And this is the first story that we're going to tell you about, the biggest political headline of the day, where the Election Commission of India is set to address a crucial press conference today, and this will happen at 4:15 in the evening. This will happen in the national capital. This is an announcement that has attracted a lot of attention in political circles, as sources are now suggesting that this briefing could set the stage for the EC's planned nationwide S.I.R exercise. Top sources are telling Times now that S.I.R could be announced in as many as 10 to 15 states over the course of the next few months. Now, while this is an announcement of the S.I.R, when it happened in poll-bound Bihar, that raised the hackles of the opposition, let's tell you what the rule book states. As per Section 21(3) of the Representation of Peoples Act 1950, the Election Commission may at any time direct a special revision of the electoral rolls for the constituency or part of a constituency in such manner as it may think fit. Now, my colleague Niyamika is with us, so is Arunil. Arunil has been tracking the political developments in the state of Bihar. Niyamika, coming to you first up. When S.I.R happened, in the state of Bihar, the opposition made it one focal point of their campaign. There were non-stop attacks launched on the EC. Rahul Gandhi led the Voter Adhikar Yatra. The slogan of Vote Chori became the opposition's biggest talking point. And now it is likely that in today's briefing, the EC might announce a pan-India S.I.R. How is the opposition bracing for that kind of a possibility?
Well, good morning, Sagrika, and we have seen in the past as well that how the opposition has been continuously criticizing the Election Commission of India by making this allegation that it is working at the behest of the BJP, and that is the only reason why S.I.R has been conducted in the state of Bihar just ahead of the assembly elections. But today, as it is being expected that Election Commission is also going to announce this S.I.R exercise pan-India at least 10 to 15 states, and including those states where there are going to be assembly elections in the year 2026, including Tamil Nadu, Assam, West Bengal. We have seen that how specifically if we talk about West Bengal, then they have been continuously critical over this entire issue. They have even stated that it is the BJP which is trying to implement NRC through this entire exercise. They are targeting one particular community, and that is the only reason why in Bihar also they have removed the name of at least 50 lakh voters. So that is the allegation which the opposition is continuously making upon the Election Commission of India. If you remember, Rahul Gandhi had also taken out a Voter Adhikar Yatra because the opposition parties, and especially the Congress party, is making this allegation that the Election Commission and the BJP wants to snatch away the voting right of the people of our country, and that is the only reason why they are conducting this entire exercise just ahead of the assembly elections, so that those voters who are not going to vote in favor of BJP can be removed from the revised voter list.
But that was a narrative that, in the initial parts before the campaign, gathered pace in the state of Bihar, that was an allegation that Rahul Gandhi made. But later we saw how in the state of Bihar, even his own ally, Tejasvi Yadav, dumped that narrative. Let me go across to Arunil. Arunil, it is likely that in today's briefing at around 4:15, the EC might make that big announcement, and on expected lines, obviously the opposition will have a problem. They've already started creating noise around the possibility of this kind of a decision. But let's talk about the state of Bihar. Is S.I.R still a mudda, like people would say? Is S.I.R still an issue? Because the rolls are cleaner, they are more transparent.
Well, you rightly pointed out, Sagarika. In fact, the Congress's own alliance partner, that is Tejasvi Yadav's party as well, it feels that S.I.R is no more a mudda. Voter Adhikar Yatra was held by Rahul Gandhi in the state of Bihar. Tejasvi Yadav was very much part of the Yatra. But later on, it seems that the entire narrative as well as the rhetoric has changed with respect to Bihar polls. Now, coming to the S.I.R, the last intensive revision was done around 2 decades ago. Remember, the S.I.R for Bihar, special intensive revision of electoral rolls or voters list for Bihar, was announced via a written order. This is the first time when the EC will be announcing S.I.R in a press conference. That means they will be open to questions from journalists as well. All poll-bound states, most of the recent poll-bound states, be it Kerala, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Assam, Puducherry, it is expected to impact these states. Already there is a high criticism. We have seen from the opposition in Bihar now, it is Tamil Nadu chief as well as the DMK chief, M.K. Stalin has attacked the S.I.R, saying that as many as, according to him, 65 lakh voters were snatched away from their voting rights. Those voters who have worked against the BJP, according to Stalin, he's saying that this S.I.R has again been done in a way so that BJP gains an advantage in the poll-bound states, or the states that I mentioned. He said that at least in the state of Tamil Nadu, this impact is not going to be that much.
Yes, so an announcement that is likely today in the midst of the heat and dust of the campaign in Bihar, and also looking forward to 2026, where 4 states will be going to elections, and all important states of Tamil Nadu, of West Bengal, of Assam. And that is why in the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of West Bengal itself, the mood is currently upbeat, because the leaders of the BJP say that the priority has always been to ensure that the voter rolls in the state of Bengal and also across the country should be clean. Their nara has been infiltrator mukt voter rolls and infiltrator mukt Bharat. Here's what Shwendu Adhikari has to say.
आपका अच्छा तरीके से सही तरीके से वोटर तालिका होना चाहिए। इलेक्टोरल रोल सही तरीके से होना चाहिए। पश्चिम बंगाल में बहुत डेथ वोटर है, फॉल्स वोटर है, डबल ट्रिपल एंट्री है, बांग्लादेशी मुस्लिम घुसपैठिया है, ये सबको निकाल देना चाहिए। वो जो मुस्लिम वोट बैंक डेथ वोट चला जाएगा तो छापा कैसे मारेगा।
So now we are going to explain to you graphically why the special intensive revision of the voter rolls is not a one-off event, and why the Election Commission does follow this practice periodically. Let's explain, we're going to put it out here. One of the reasons why the EC does it is because it wants to ensure that names of all eligible citizens are included in the electoral rolls. Number 2, it also enables all eligible voters to exercise their franchise to vote. So that is the intention of ensuring that the voter rolls are clean. Then it also ensures that no ineligible voter is included. And this becomes important. Who is an ineligible voter? Then it also ensures transparency in the addition and deletion of electors. Another reason, this is one of the main reasons, is this revision is needed due to urbanization and frequent migration. So there has been allegations that there are illegal voters who are casting their vote, and this is something that this is something that has been a challenge in multiple states. Here's what the Chief Minister of Maharashtra has to say.
मी या घोषणेचं अतिशय मनापासून स्वागत करतो. मी यापूर्वी सांगितलंय की मी 2012 ला माननीय उच्च न्यायालयात गेलो होतो, आणि ते याकरताच गेलो होतो की S.I.R झाला पाहिजे, कारण मागील 25 वर्षापासून आपल्या देशाच्या याद्या ज्या आहेत त्या याद्यांमध्ये संक्षिप्त पुनर्निरीक्षण होतं, संपूर्ण पुनर्निरीक्षण होत नाही. हे करणं अत्यंत गरजेचं आहे.
Now, the S.I.R issue, remember, also went to the courts of the country, where the anti-S.I.R petitioners were actually called out by the Supreme Court itself. The Supreme Court judges said that there is a lot of passion in their arguments, but very little substance. But now let's talk about the opposition strategy. The opposition is not happy with the possibility of the extension of the S.I.R to other states. And why is that happening? Because most of the states that are going to polls next year are ruled by parties that belong to the INDIA bloc, and they have consistently voiced their opposition to this exercise. Let's tell you about the all-important elections that are going to take place in 2026. In Tamil Nadu, the ruling party is DMK. The alliance is that of the INDIA bloc. In Kerala, which is also going to polls next year, the ruling party is the CPIM, again part of the INDIA bloc. In West Bengal, where elections will take place next year, where S.I.R is a key issue, where the Chief Minister says that this is nothing but backdoor NRC, the ruling party is Trinamool Congress, part of the INDIA bloc. And then you have Assam. Assam, out of all these states, is ruled by the Bharatiya Janata Party and is part of the NDA. So, in all these states, you have leaders questioning the intent president of the EC, casting aspersions, and the narrative remains the same. The Congress has linked it to NRC, saying that this is nothing but, an attempt to ensure that minority communities, especially those communities who traditionally vote against the Bharatiya Janata Party, become the biggest victims of this exercise, insinuating that names of members from the minority communities will be removed in the special intensive revision exercise that is set to take place.
Suddenly you start hulla bulla on S.I.R. and thereby you want to create a sense of insecurity in the minds of the marginalized people, which is not very healthy for the democracy. And the recent disclosures by the leader of opposition in the country, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, raises many doubts about the activities of the Election Commission. The Election Commission has not yet been able to come out clean, meeting those allegations. Therefore, all his actions, to me, is really doubtful.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का बड़ा एजेंडा था कि नेशनल रजिस्टर ऑफ सिटीजन्स मेंटेन किया जाएगा। आपको अपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स दिखाने पड़ेंगे, अपने बाप दादाओं के दिखाने पड़ेंगे, जबकि वो डॉक्यूमेंट्स ना प्रधानमंत्री के पास होंगे ना होम मिनिस्टर के पास होंगे। जब पूरे मुल्क के अंदर शोर मचा तो उन्होंने एनआरसी के बदले ये SIR इंप्लीमेंट करना शुरू किया। इसमें बड़ी तादाद मुसलमानों की काटी जाती है और उन तमाम लोगों की काटी जाती है जिनके बारे में ये उम्मीद की जाती है कि ये बीजेपी के खिलाफ वोट देंगे।
Now, while the politics continues, the blame game continues, we are going to tell you about if the Election Commission in fact goes ahead and announces a pan-India S.I.R. over the next few months. There are a few documents that people will have to keep ready. You must be wondering, what are these rules going to be about? Will this affect you or not? Are there any papers that you need to keep ready? Earlier, remember, there was a slogan by the ecosystem. They had said, "Kagaz nahi dikhayenge." But in this process, if it gets rolled out, there are some documents that you have to know about. Now, we're going to tell you about that. Let's explain that also graphically. So, keep your documents and papers ready. The documents that could be sought and the documents that were sought in the Bihar S.I.R. 1, that is the ID issued by the center or the state government. So, a valid government identification card. Pension payment order, these are some documents that were sought. Then ID or certificate by government or local authorities, banks, post office, LIC, PSUs prior to July 1st, 1987. Then a birth certificate. After that, what can be sought? Passport. After that, what can be sought? Educational certificate from boards or from universities. Another document that has been sought in Bihar is permanent residence certificate. Apart from that, forest rights certificate, some other papers, any caste certificate, family register. These are the kind of documents, land or house allotment certificate. So these were the documents sought in the S.I.R. process in the state of Bihar. And with that, let's also shift our focus now to some other breaking news that's coming in, viewers. This is about international. This concerns India's foreign policy. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar met U.S. Senator Marco Rubio in Kuala Lumpur to discuss bilateral